Hikaru Nakamura, Alexandra and Andrea Botez, Anna Cramling, Andrew Tang. If you recognize these names at all, they may not be ones that you typically associate with esports. However, after a sudden explosion last summer, chess has found itself in the limelight, and the game's elite players have been signed to some of the biggest esports teams in the world. In 2020, viewership for online chess on Twitch peaked at 155,000 viewers. Recently, that record was shattered, and chess hit well over 300,000 concurrent viewers. Through a perfect storm of a pandemic, popular streamers, and the premiere of a Netflix series, chess kicked down the door of the esports world and made its presence known. But how did this traditional board game suddenly become the hot new esports trend? That's what we're gonna find out today. This is the rise of chess on Twitch. Virtual chess has been around since the early days of computers and has been a default game on Windows for years. Even before 2020, it was big on the internet as well, with YouTubers and Twitch streamers showcasing their skills in the game, connecting to people through AOL and MSN Messenger, and more recently, YouTubers and Twitch streamers showcasing their skills to a wide audience. However, for a long time, chess just didn't have a very big online following. In 2016, Twitch's chess category never reached more than 48,000 concurrent viewers. Grandmaster Hikaru Nakamura has been putting out videos on YouTube for years, but his earliest content often struggled to break 20,000 views. Not only was chess pretty niche, the highest levels of competition were still played in person on a physical board. Then came the COVID-19 pandemic. By now, we've all seen the numbers. Twitch setting a new record of 5 billion hours watched in the second quarter of 2020 while everyone was stuck at home. The pandemic especially impacted the chess world by effectively eliminating in-person competition. Suddenly, the only way to play chess was through an online client, and while this helped grow the active player base of pretty much every online chess website, the game was still decidedly on the fringes of esports viewership. But in the coming months, chess would find a huge influx of new players, catalyzed in the same way that comic books have been boosting sales numbers since the 1960s, through an epic crossover event. In the early days of the pandemic, Twitch's most watched streamer of 2020, XQC, started playing chess on his channel. His fans seemed to enjoy the juxtaposition of this loud, animated, often angry gamer trash-talking opponents while playing one of the oldest, most gentlemanly board games in the world. As XQC continued his newfound chess obsession, viewers began to discover other streamers in the same category, most notably Hikaru Nakamura. Eventually, the crossover event would begin, as the two joined forces for a stream that perfectly exemplified what makes chess so engaging. XQC began the broadcast with his typical confidence and bravado, but slowly fell into stunned silence as he realized just how much more he had to learn.
And now you're gonna get a bunch of pieces in.
Yeah, and now I'm gonna put this piece in here. Okay, now actually what happens here is I've checkmated one. So I play this rook takes, and this is actually checkmate. Because you see my bishop protects this knight, and your king can't go anywhere here.
What unfolded on stream is what can only be described as the Super Smash Bros. Effect. Everyone thinks they're great when they're stomping their friends or random people online, but as soon as you face off against a true master, you're in for a rude awakening.
Now, he will try.
Over the next few weeks, more and more streamers like BoxBox and Moist Critical would turn to chess streamers like the Botez sisters and Levi Rosman, aka Gotham Chess, for coaching sessions, or to play challenge matches where the better player would try and win with no queen or be forced to play blindfolded. Time and time again, these collaborations produced a satisfying mix of entertainment and humbling lessons. As the category continued to grow, Chess.com decided to seize their opportunity and teamed up with Twitch to announce a tournament, PogChamps, a chess event featuring some of the biggest streamers on the platform. Prior to the tournament, all competitors would receive professional coaching sessions with top players, and viewers were able to watch as their favorite personalities grew and improved at the game in the weeks leading up to the event. Finally, in June 2020, PogChamps was underway and peaked at an impressive 166,000 concurrent viewers and had 4.7 million hours watched over the weekend. At the end of the tournament, former League of Legends pro, Voyboy, ended up winning the event.
Let's go! Let's go, baby! Chess!
Looking to capitalize on their momentum, Chess.com quickly announced a second tournament, PogChamps 2, that would be held 2 months later in late August. At the sequel, it was Hafu, a popular streamer with a history of excellence in strategy games who would be crowned champion. With so many popular streamers broadcasting the runs through PogChamps, as well as Chess.com's own official commentary stream, the chess category exploded during the summer of 2020. But, like all fads, they aren't meant to last, and chess looked like it was about to go on the slow decline back into obscurity. But there was a light at the end of the tunnel, and it was Netflix, of all places, that had other plans for the game. While PogChamps and streamer collaboration helped chess to grow on Twitch, the release of the Queen's Gambit put chess into the mainstream. Looking at Google Trends, you can see the effect that PogChamps had on chess numbers, but that's just a drop in the bucket when you compare it to the release of Queen's Gambit. With the world outside of Twitch suddenly focused on chess, Twitch's newest trend experienced a second win. But despite the massive influx of viewers and new players, there were some in the chess world who didn't enjoy the direction that things were heading. Watching chess go from a gentleman's game played in person to a source of cheap entertainment played by online influencers was one of the big criticisms levied by veteran chess players, many of whom were frustrated watching amateurs gain so much attention when they weren't actually very good at the game. These voices were especially amplified during PogChamps, when there were so many eyes watching what many pros deemed to be inferior players who were making a fool of themselves in a tournament with thousands of dollars on the line. In other words, they thought they were tarnishing the image of chess. Take this iconic moment from when XQC lost to Moist Critical in only 6 moves.
Like this, it can become very vulnerable right away. So I'm not sure that I like the variational approach here.
No, please don't.
Yes! Yes!
And it's too soon.
Yes!
It's too soon, Hikaru.
What unfolded on the board left the commentators in disbelief and sent Twitch chat into a frenzy. The clip went viral on social media and helped to draw even more people to the PogChamps broadcast in the coming days. But stuff like this was really looked down upon by quote-unquote proper chess players. Grandmaster Ben Feingold even went as far as to accuse Hikaru in particular of chasing fame at the cost of the respectability of chess. Even now, Feingold is not the only voice opposing this new wave of interest from the Twitch audience. During the recent third iteration of PogChamps, Grandmaster Jan Nepomniachtchi took to Twitter to express his concern that popcorn stuff like PogChamps is replacing, quote, real chess. In light of the negativity, the streaming community took the side of Hikaru and influencers who had a newfound interest in chess. The general sentiment being that people will watch what they want to watch, and that those new to the game would be more likely to pick it up and go on to consume the guides and content of other chess streamers. In spite of the critics, chess has continued to surge on Twitch. Chess.com held PogChamps 3 in February of 2021 with an increased pot of $100,000 and the most impressive lineup of talent yet, which included Mr. Beast, Pokimane, Logic, and Rainn Wilson. Yes, Dwight from The Office played chess on Twitch for $100,000 and he almost won. PogChamps 3 shattered the viewership records of the previous events, with the tournament peaking at more than 370,000 concurrent viewers. The success of PogChamps has even led to some of the strangest collaborations we've seen on Twitch. Just recently, world #1 chess player Magnus Carlsen teamed up with Ludwig for a round of GeoGuessr live on stream. With all this continued growth and hype, esports teams weren't about to be left behind. Chess provides a unique value to esports teams, because big-name sponsors like a safe bet. While it may be a meme to most gamers, there are still plenty of marketing executives who are reluctant to support violent video games. Chess offers a safe, familiar, family-friendly game to build content around, with the added respectability of being, well, chess. As we mentioned at the beginning, a number of teams have signed chess players, both as streamers and competitors, and teams are already leveraging their new chess stars to create some excellent content. Panda Global recently hosted a chess tournament for professional Super Smash Bros. Players, and Cloud9 pitted its entire League of Legends team against Tang. But of course, there's no question of who the biggest chess success story was coming out of 2020. GM Hikaru has been a successful chess competitor for years, winning multiple US titles, securing number 2 in the world at one point, and earning the coveted title of Grandmaster. But now, he's also become a success as a content creator. He signed with TSM and recently passed 1 million followers on Twitch, with his YouTube subscriber count following closely behind. He's gone from averaging a few thousand viewers per stream to nearly 20,000 on a slow day. Without Hikaru's dedication to streaming chess and his willingness to ignore the elitism of his peers, the rise of chess on Twitch may not have been possible. While chess snobs and gaming elitists will continue to debate whether or not chess deserves to be considered an esport, the reality is that the esports industry has already decided. Online chess is the next big thing, and esports orgs don't want to miss the boat. Due to the pandemic, even top-level chess competition is taking place online, with Twitch continuing to sponsor events, the most recently being a hand and brain format where 2 players have to work together, one choosing the piece and the other picking where that piece moves. There's going to be a lot of content coming out over the next few months. From the way things look today, chess esports is only going to get bigger from here.
This video was made possible thanks to our wonderful patrons. A huge thank you to everybody on this list, and shout out to Jason, Foxy, Lyra, Mauve, Nate, Nathan, Oshayo, Sierra, Shampoo, Weeaboo, and Spartacus for being platinum supporters. And an extra special shout out to Steven, Noodles, Marco, Mookie, Daniel, and Juke for being diamond supporters. Thanks a ton, guys, we really appreciate it.
If you also want to support our channel and unlock perks, check out the Patreon link in the description below, or join our Discord server. If you want to help us out in a different way, leaving a like, subscribing, and hitting the bell to stay up to date is also appreciated. My name is Jonah, thanks for watching.